The 2009 NFL Draft, at least on day one, was certainly one of mobility, and nobody was more mobile than the Cleveland Browns here on day one. Jason Horowitz, glad to be alongside NFL.com's Pat Kirwan and CBSSports.com's Clark Judge talking about the Browns, and of course started the day at number 5, ended up picking first at 21 and taking Alex Mack from California. Then a couple of receivers in the second round in Brian Robisky and Mohamed Massaquoi. As well, in the trade with the Jets, in which New York took Mark Sanchez, they got draft picks and 3 players. You look at Cleveland's day, very busy one. Thoughts on it?
Very busy day. I like the 2 receivers. I'm a big fan of Brian Robisky, maybe the most polished receiver in the draft, the son of a coach. The guy can run all the routes. He really, if you look at his touchdown production, this guy scores a touchdown every 5 receptions. He'll do fine for them. Massaquoi gives them more depth. It also frees up the opportunity for Braylon Edwards. I like the receiver part of it quite a bit. And I like the defensive end from Hawaii who will play outside linebacker in their scheme.
The 4th pick that the Browns had here on day one. And Clark, when you look at the 3 guys coming from New York in that Mark Sanchez deal, Kenyon Coleman, Abram Elam, and Brett Ratliff, who was the key guy in that deal on top of the 2 picks that they got?
Well, I think it was Ratliff. It raises all sorts of questions about how they're going to sort this thing out in Cleveland with the quarterbacks. And we were talking about it earlier. Maybe Derek Anderson's the odd man out here, but clearly he brought Ratliff in for a reason. There was a feeling here in New York, it had nothing changed, that maybe Ratliff was going to win that starting job. Apparently, Mangini thinks he could win a starting job there.
And, of course, he knows the guys from the Jets because, of course, being the coach of the Jets. But, Pat, when you talk about the fact that their first 2 picks in the second round were 2 wide receivers, does that guarantee that Braylon Edwards will not be suiting up for the Browns?
It doesn't guarantee it, but I think, as I said, Eric wants his own face on this organization. Braylon's not a fit for them, so they can move on from there. The Alex Mack one, the center, that reminds me of Nick Mangold. Eric did the same thing when he came to the Jets. He's going to go get his center, the guy who's going to quarterback the offensive line, and he's going to control it for him.
And Clark, when we were sitting together watching this draft, you said when they took Alex Mack, it's because of what happened 3 years ago when they got LaCharles Bentley.
Yeah, this is the residue of the Bentley decision. I mean, they got Bentley in there, and to get Bentley, they got rid of Jeff Faine. Well, Jeff Faine becomes a Pro Bowl center, and then Bentley hurts himself, and here we are. We got to make up for that deal now, so they draft a center, and a good one, Alex Mack.
And a lot of people could say that maybe the Browns didn't address all the defensive needs, but they did get defensive players in that trade for Mark Sanchez. For more on the Browns, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. For Pat Kirwan and Clark Judge, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.